Again, county nebo Kericho kokakoilos director nebo Sukulitab Kalia Academy tetutietab somanet nebo CPE Pil Kalia en kit nekamwa ine kole kararan tetutionoton kosibgei ak nekokokanapta ng'omnotet en lagok ole kamwa ine kole tetutiet neboto nebo 844 kobaten kamwa ine kole miten koimutiet netomo kinaisi mising sigik konamgei ak ole kisuldoito tetutionoton ole kates ine serikali koger kole kakikochi konetisiet neyamat sigik tugul kosibgei ak ole kisuldoito tetutiet noton nebo CPE.
My name is Bill Kalia, director at Kalia Academy. Let me take this opportunity to wish all the candidates all the best in the upcoming examination. These are the two examinations in primary school for grade 6 and 9, and the KCSE examination, which is already ongoing. I have a few things to highlight pertaining the education system in our country. I must say that CBC system is one of the best educational systems that have ever been put in place in this country. However, there are a few concerns that I would like to implore the government to keenly look into it, to make the system a very successful and a beneficial system. One of the observations is that even as we prepare these learners to sit the KJSEA exam tomorrow, KJSEA, there's a lot of anxiety from parents, especially pertaining the placements into the senior secondary schools. This anxiety arises from two fronts. The first front is because this system, there's no proper parent-government engagement on the expectations of this system. So I implore the government to take and retract to make sure they've successfully engaged all the stakeholders in this education system so that they are all placed in an understanding point to be able to effectively and efficiently implement the system. Secondly is because when you look at the placements, for example, under the different career pathways, it has come out eminently that the schools in the urban setup have advantages over the ones in rural setups. During the placement, for example, let me just take a small sneak peek of the clusters. When you look at cluster C3 and cluster C4, you realize that these are schools that are sub-county schools, and most of them are actually day schools. In that cluster, there are some learning areas which becomes very, very difficult to implement in a rural setup. For example, in the same cluster, you have aviation as one of the learning areas. In Kericho County, where we are situated, you realize that there is no single school in this county which is offering aviation classes. What does that do? You realize that as a student, for example, in a school in Mangu, has an advantage over that school, that student in the rural setup. So what am I trying to say? It is about time for the government to come up with measures that ensures equity when it comes to learning areas based on their ability. Let us not punish the innocent learners who have equal potential as the others simply because of the affordability or the lack of affordability by their parents. And in that case, I'm talking about the private school and the public school disparity in uniform.